Let's be honest. After our last two videos about the silver trap and the 1873 crime, most of you are probably feeling a bit uneasy about 2026. And you should be. The system is designed to make you feel small, powerless, and dependent. But here's the secret the headlines won't tell you. The elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the architects of the Great Reset, they aren't losing sleep over 2026. In fact, they're praying for it. Why? Because they don't hold money. They hold assets that the system can't delete. Today, we are moving past the fear. I've spent months digging through the historical playbooks of families that have survived every collapse for 500 years. I'm giving you their anti-reset blueprint. We are talking about the 5 specific assets that have never, ever lost their power. By the end of this video, you won't just be prepared for 2026, you'll be ready to own it. Welcome back to Financial Historica. Let's get you on the right side of history. Asset number 1 is the oldest play in the book, productive land. I'm not talking about a suburban lawn or a Reite on your phone. I'm talking about soil. Think about it. Feudal lords weren't called lords because they had a lot of gold coins. They were lords because they owned the source of life. Empires rise and fall. Currencies turn to ash. But a piece of land with a water source and the ability to grow food is an eternal bank. The elites are currently buying up farmland at record rates. Bill Gates isn't becoming a farmer for the hobby. He's securing the ultimate anti-reset asset. If you can, find a small piece of earth. If you can't, find a way to access one. Land is the only thing they aren't making any more of. Next, we have to talk about what we covered on Friday, physical metals. But today, I want to emphasize the word physical. The Great Reset is a digital transition. If your wealth is just numbers on a screen, it can be frozen, taxed, or reset with one keystroke. The elites keep a massive portion of their wealth in physical gold and silver, stored outside the banking system. Silver, as we discussed, is the people's money. It's your exit strategy. When the 2026 financial shift hits, those holding paper promises will be left with nothing. Those holding the weight of history in their hands will be the ones calling the shots. Now, this is where most people get it wrong. They think assets are only things you can put in a safe. But history shows that during a crash, the most valuable asset is what's between your ears. Look at the Great Depression or the collapse of Rome. When the currency died, the person who knew how to repair an engine, provide medical aid, or build a structure became the new rich. You need a skill that the digital world can't automate. If you can solve a physical problem for another human being, you will always be able to trade for food, warmth, and protection. Don't just invest your money, invest in your ability to be useful in a low-tech world. If you want to know how they control you, look at your monthly bills. If they control your heat, your light, and your ability to move, they own you. Asset number 4 is sovereignty through energy. The elites don't rely on the same fragile grids we do. Whether it's solar, wind, or a simple wood stove, having a way to power your life independently of the smart grid is the ultimate middle finger to the 2026 reset. When they tell you that you must comply to keep the lights on, you want to be the one who can say, "My lights are already on." Finally, the most important asset of all. It's the one the elites use to stay in power for generations, the human fortress, a trusted community. Lone wolves don't survive collapses. Packs do. The elites are organized into tight-knit families and secret societies because they know that trust is a more stable currency than the dollar. You need a circle of people, friends, neighbors, family, who you can trust with your life, people who have skills you don't. Money is just a tool for trade, but a community is a fortress. Start building yours now. Stop competing with your neighbor and start coordinating with them. 2026 doesn't have to be a nightmare. For the person who is holding land, metals, skills, energy, and community, it's actually an opportunity. It's a chance to step out of the debt trap and into a life of real substance. I want to hear from you. Which one of these 5 assets are you focusing on first? Are you going for the metals, or are you building your community? Let's talk in the comments. This is how we build our own network. Don't be afraid, be prepared. The blueprint is in your hands now. I'm Financial Historica. Stay sharp, stay awake. I'll see you in the next chapter.